This is another Pass on What You've Learned video on how realistic are your expectations about your motorcycle dealerships. Stand by. Meerkat. After 50 plus years of going in and out of dealerships and seeing customers deal with a dealership, I've come to the conclusion that a lot of people, customers, don't have realistic expectations on dealerships when it comes to buying a bike, servicing the bike, parts and accessories, or what the dealer services are. So I'm going to hit on some of those and tell me what you think. If you're buying a bike, chances are you've already done some homework or should have done some homework by one of the websites where you can go on and actually build the bike, put in all of your accessories you want. So you should have at least a really decent idea on the bike that you're interested in, how much it's going to cost you, except for maybe shipping, setup, taxes, and dock fees. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, price. In today's market with COVID-19 and inflation raising higher and higher every day, so the next year the pipeline is going to be pretty dry, and there's not going to be very many models available in the showroom. So it is a seller's market. Unfortunately, many buyers come in expecting to pay the dealer's invoice on cost, no freight or setup, 50% off the accessories installed for free, and a discount on the dock fees. Then to top it off, they usually come in, and I've seen it in the dealers, they have an attitude that they don't get all that stuff above. The dealer's trying to rip them off and they get mad. Realistically speaking, in today's market, the seller's market, I think the best you're going to do on MSRP is get MSRP and at the most maybe a $500 discount. You might get 5% discount on your accessories when you buy the bike, then maybe 50% off on the installation. You might get another couple $100 either off of shipping or setup, but not both. And you're going to pay straight dock fees. That's just the way it is. Now that I've made you mad, let me pour some fuel onto that fire. So let's talk about service. And the main thing is you just can't drop in riding your bike. You have to kind of schedule your service. In the summer, spring, and fall, they're generally going to be busy, and it may take you 2 to 3 weeks to get in. So you have to realize that. In wintertime, however, if you schedule some maintenance in the wintertime, you may find it a lot easier to get in, and sometimes they even offer discounts, 10 to 15% off, up to about $150 for doing maintenance. Rates depend on the locality you're in. They're usually from $100 to $150. On average, let's say about $120 an hour. Yeah, it's really important to not wait to the last moment to schedule because they may be busy and you may need the bike before they're open. And the other part about scheduling early is making sure that they have the parts in to do the maintenance that's required. They may be on back order or they may not have them on the shelf. If you're doing some maintenance like a valve job, you need to make sure you bring the bike in early, maybe a day early before the maintenance is due because the motor has to be cool. Some shops, if you ask them, will pick up and deliver. So all you got to do is ask. Most will give you an estimate over the telephone as far as money and time, but they'll definitely give you that when you drop off the bike. Don't get mad if you are bumped for emergency repair. That happens quite a bit during the summer and fall. This is a common practice. You'd want that courtesy too if you were traveling. Several things they should do for you. They should call you if they have any unexpected delays in repairs or they find something else that needs to be repaired that wasn't on there to begin with. They should tell you if they screwed up something. They should do recalls automatically. They should do a test drive when they get everything done. And the bike should not be dirtier than when they brought it in. Finally, if you're a good customer, you hope the dealer will stand up for you on a 50-50 warranty claim to the manufacturer. Parts and accessories often can be a sore point for customers. mainly because whether parts or accessories you want aren't sitting on the shelf. Many times it takes several weeks to a month to come in. Sometimes the wrong part or accessory is ordered. What you should expect is routine maintenance items like plugs, spark plugs, oil filters, crush washers should be stocked on the shelf. When a customer places an order, they should be given a date unless the part or accessories is on back order at the time. The dealer should call you when the part has come in or arrives, or when it has been delayed, and you should be given a new date to you. The parts you have ordered and paid for are your parts and should not be sold to anyone else. The customer must make it clear when they place the order on the make and model of the bike and provide the VIN if it's necessary so you get the right part on order. Payment is expected up front. Yelling and screaming at the parts guy is not helpful if they made a mistake. Since this video is getting a little long, we're going to talk briefly about dealer services. And that starts when you first walk in the door and start to look. Here's some expectations. They should acknowledge you that they've seen you within the first couple minutes when you come in. In about 5 to 10 minutes, they should ask you if they can help you with anything. And once they start helping you on a motorcycle, they should explain the features of the bike that you're now looking at. They should listen to what you have to say and what you're looking for in a bike, and maybe direct you to a different bike that meets those needs if necessary. They should offer you a demo ride on the model or a similar model you're interested in if you're qualified to do the demo ride. They should take your name and phone number if the model isn't in and call you when it does arrive. They should offer financing options to you. They should explain extended warranties to you. They should explain the pricing on the particular bike if you're not sure why the particular cost is on there. They should negotiate a fair and reasonable price for both you and the dealer. They should provide a time frame on constraints on how long the pricing will be honored. Now, you may not agree with what I've just said, and you may have other things you may want to add. And that's good. Put them in the comments section, and I'll be glad to listen to them, and I can certainly learn some stuff. I'm going to do a follow-on video talking with the sales staff on what they expect to see from customers, just from their point of view. Maybe you'll be curious in that too. Join me and my friends at Flat Cap Cafe Racer for riding and racing. Please subscribe.